This is an elegant crime done by an elegant person. It's not about the money.
Hello and welcome to Kill James Bond. I am Alice Caldwell-Kelly. I am joined by Abigail Thorne and Devon to watch a movie about Rene Russo putting her legs on things.
I'm really sorry about this one, lads. This is my bad. This is my bad. It was my turn. I remembered this movie from when I was a kid, and I was like, oh, Pierce Brosnan's in this. Like, it's a 90s film. I remembered the action sequences, all 5 minutes of them, and I forgot that actually this is a romance film in which nothing happens. And is weirdly the second film we have done on the podcast, which is like a romantic movie about a thief tricking a woman.
Yes.
How you doing? It's me, Devon. I'm here with my two friends. I'm the only billionaire playboy based in Manhattan that is not currently doing Epstein shit.
There's so much I have to say about that. Yeah, no, we watched the Thomas Crown Affair, which has, as Abigail said, has Pierce Brosnan in it with Rene Russo. We thought it would be a nice companion piece to the Brosnan Bond movies because both me and Abigail saw it as kids and like half remembered it. We were wrong about that. I have 2 and 2/3 pages of notes about this, so I hope you're prepared for an unforgettable 40 minutes of podcast.
I think we're fine. I think there are some interesting things about it.
There is a lot to discuss, actually, but none of it's like what the movie wants you to talk about.
Yeah, this is actually a remake, by the way, of a 60s movie with Faye Dunaway and Steve McQueen. And Faye Dunaway's in this as a little cameo. So, like, nice. As we get the opening credits, we get Pierce Brosnan.
Steve McQueen?
Sadly, no. I think he had long since died by this point. Sparing him from this movie. So as
Small mercies.
Interweaved with the opening credits, we have Thomas Crown, billionaire playboy, Pierce Brosnan, talking to his therapist, his psychiatrist, Faye Dunaway, about women, right? And about how women can trust him, but he can't trust women because he's like, he's a rogue, he's a roue, he's dangerous, which is obviously what women want.
He's a danger to women.
That's right.
He's joining the police.
Yeah.
He's entering their bathrooms.
He
says a woman could trust me if her interests did not run contrary to my own. It's like, isn't that just the way?
I really enjoy their like fucking psychiatrist cutaway segments. It's like really playing Until Dawn again.
Yeah.
These were all filmed like in a day, I bet you. They come all the way through the film, and it's always so that Thomas Crown can explain the emotional subtext of the film. They're still on that Van Helsing shit of being like, so, tell me how you're feeling at this moment in the film. And it's like, did you not just watch the film?
That's a pretty good in, because that is what you do to a psychiatrist, right?
It is, but it shouldn't be necessary for a film in which I should be able to see how the character feels. He shouldn't have to tell me.
That's true. But the way that he feels so far at the beginning is arrogant and very difficult to get drops from because, and this will be a recurring theme, every time he says, do you remember how we had the Bond shit, where whenever Bond does some Bond shit, you get a little like, da-na, da-na, and you get the spinning silver 007. Whenever Thomas Crown does any Thomas Crown shit, a guy just lets loose on like a hotel lobby piano.
I hate the fucking piano music that plays during every certified Crown moment, because
every time
it comes up 4 or 5 times and it's always the most like dire. There's no character to it. Like it.
Yeah, it sounds like the sort of middle third of the Frasier theme tune.
It sounds like it was commissioned by a billionaire, which might be like genuinely good bit of sound design. And there's also a really interesting moment where his psychiatrist says, what if society's interests at large ran contrary to yours? And it's like, he is a billionaire. They do.
Yeah,
but that's correct.
It's sort of left implied for him to be like, well, I guess I would have to become the damn Joker. So we zoom onto a really shitty low-resolution satellite image of New York, directly down through the roof of Thomas Crown's car, where he's stuck in traffic in Manhattan outside the Metropolitan Museum of Art.
This is a really good movie. Only the first 2 minutes. If you're only looking for New York guys going, Jesus Christ.
Yes.
There's like 3 in the first 2 minutes. And
yeah, just
never
fantastic. Again. He he's stuck in traffic, so he says, okay, fine, I'll get out and walk. He takes his briefcase with him. He goes into the museum. As he does, he almost gets run over by a truck with a classic New York guy in it who just goes, hey, Jesus Christ. And I wrote down,
get out of the road.
Truly,
driving here.
Thomas Crown is walking here. That's how you know you're in New York City. And so interspersed with him going into the museum, we see them delivering this truck full of art, which is a big horse statue, and unloading the art, and the guards sort of scratching their heads and going, well, that isn't supposed to be here. We get another fantastic line from New York guy, which is,
oh, what do you want me to do? It's a horse.
Which, gonna hit that anytime I see a horse in anything else.
We're looking for an Etruscan sarcophagus. And he's like, I got a fucking horse for you. You gonna take it? I can take it out back and dump it. It's fine. And
yeah, and they're like, yeah, sure. Fucking bring the horse in.
Horse.
I've never read any sort of like allusions to classics at all. Milo would have stopped this heist. So
unexpected horse statue, eh? Don't bring it within the walls, is what I have to say to this.
Simply don't do that. So Thomas Crown goes to sit in the Impressionist gallery in the museum, and he looks at a painting
where they do all the impressions.
Yeah,
Milo would have loved that as well.
Yeah, God,
he looks at a big painting of James Acaster. No, he looks at a painting of haystacks, and the guard, who he is like obviously friends with, and we're sort of led to believe that he just does this every lunchtime because he's like eating his lunch, looking at the haystacks. He's like, most people would go for the fabulously expensive Monet over there on that other wall. It's worth $100 million.
Yeah, perfectly perpendicular to where you are, but he's not. He's facing straight towards a painting of some haystacks, and he's having a great time.
Nope, I just like my haystacks. Now he leaves. Crucially,
these days before Twitter, you had to go to the museum and just look at a painting.
Yes,
while you ate your lunch. It's
crucially without his briefcase.
Yes,
and he goes to work at the business factory.
I love the business factory in this movie.
Business factory is really good.
He works for Crown Acquisitions.
He doesn't work for it. He owns it. He owns
we get
the
this
building.
really fucking hack moment where the security guard like says, "Who the fuck are you? Like, what do you own the building?" And then the other guy's like, "He does own the building."
It's so good.
The thing is, though, it does smug like that better than Bond ever did it.
It does, yeah.
Which is weird
because he doesn't like make a line about it. He's just like,
no, you get a little,
the guy do it.
Yeah, you get a little shot of him like smiling to himself. So he walks into the office of Crown Acquisitions, his sort of like mergers and hostile takeovers company. And he does a series of like what I can only describe as business greetings, and this was written by
these will have been improvised.
Yeah, this is I assume. But this is written by me, aged 11, if you asked me what I thought my dad did all day. Because he walks past a guy and he goes,
give me good numbers, Jimmy.
The business numbers.
Oh, that's a bad number, Jimmy. Get rid of it. Fuck off. You're fired.
11? What? No. I want it to be at least 17.
This is Jimmy. Shit. I have him reading my I Ching. Yeah. This is very weird.
I have written business factory here as well.
It really is.
We see a montage of him like selling or like buying and acquiring, like doing financial shit, and all of it's like really vague. He's like signing contracts with big pens and like, no, you gotta call the guy and tell him that I gotta wow. Like it's so vague and bullshit.
It was less Italian than
business
that,
success win shit. Like there's this great bit where during one of these cutaways, there is a guy across the table from him who has got an unlit cigar in his mouth, and he's just stood with the fucking matchbox and is waiting for him to sign it. And he goes, ooh, twice, and then goes, hey, fucking close the deal, boys. Fantastic.
Yeah.
That's New York, baby.
And we see that he is something of a business shark. Like he cheats people out of their money. He signs this contract and then tells them, I hope you know how to explain to your board that you sold it to me that I sold it to you for $30 million more than the next bid.
Hey guys, Devin here. That's the end of the promotional clip for the free feed. If you want to listen to the rest of this podcast, go ahead and head on down to our Patreon, patreon.com/killjamesbond. Sign up for a $5 minimum per month. And you can get access to this full episode as well as at least 19 other episodes of Kill James Bond. See you there.